Hey, Jeremy here, and welcome to this video. Thanks so much for watching. And I want to show you some stuff about a website called Reddit. Now, you may have heard of it, you may not, you probably have, but you may not have used it much. And even if you haven't, I encourage you to stick around and check out some of the stuff I have to show you about it. I've been using Reddit since 2014. And it's just an awesome platform. It's great for so many different reasons, and there's also some ways that you can use it and leverage it to make money, and ways that you may not have thought about or known about before. And we're going to dive into several. So the first thing I want to do is just a brief introduction of what Reddit is for people that don't know. Now, Reddit used to look like this. This used to be the old homepage of Reddit. You click on old and you can still go to the URL, any Reddit URL, and put old in front of it, .reddit.com, and it will bring up the old version of the post or whatever page you're on. They've since updated the style. Back then when it was like this, I wasn't a huge fan of that layout. I didn't use it quite as much back then, but then when they switched to the new layout, I started using it a lot more. I like it because it has more of a feel that we're used to, we're becoming used to on the different social platforms, and it feels like many of the others. Going through and reading, and what I really like about Reddit, is basically like a huge forum. Okay, think of the largest forum on the planet, or one of the largest forums on the planet, and but it has been turned into a social media style platform, right? And so Reddit, there are things called subreddits, like Our Business. This is actually a promoted post. We'll talk about that in a minute. And R Today I Learned, and R the Onion, and these are all different subreddits, or basically all different topics of discussion, and their own little community. Each is their own little community. So we're going to just dive into a few real quick that I'm going to show you. I have a list of them that I want to show you so we can go into further detail about this. Okay, I'm going to dive into, actually, let's get into one of the main ones first. Business, Our Business. Let's look at this. So Our Business has 433,000 subscribers that subscribe to Our Business. So anytime somebody posts here in the Our Business community or subreddit, then it will come through the quote-unquote news feed on the wall of other people who are subscribed, of the people who are subscribed, right? Or they can come into the community and just see all the posts inside the subreddit. Almost like you can kind of think of it similar to a Facebook group, but it's not Facebook. It doesn't work the same way as Facebook. It's just if you're trying to compare it to something. Now, one thing that is really cool about Reddit that makes it stand out from all the other platforms is the people actually vote to decide what gets seen the most. And you'll see that there's upvotes and downvotes on these posts. So this one currently has 56, right? And I could either upvote it or downvote it, depending on whether I liked it or not. And that will determine, the number of upvotes determined how high up in the business subreddit that it is shown. And on Reddit as a whole, when you go to the homepage, this is kind of like your news feed, and it's a collection of all the posts from all the different subreddits that you're subscribed to, right? I subscribe to all these different subreddits, and so my feed is full of all these different topics and all these different subreddits all throughout the day. And the ones that I see the most are the ones that get the most upvotes, and also newer posts. There are some algorithms going on here, that make it certain things get shown and certain things don't. But for the most part, the upvotes will get seen the most, right? The stuff with the most upvotes and comments gets seen the most. And so that's just kind of the way it goes. And I want to point out some subreddits that are awesome for us as online entrepreneurs as ways to make money online, right? How do we make money with Reddit? So in typically people will say it's really hard to make money on Reddit. Okay, now they've introduced advertising on Reddit. I don't personally know how well that works. I have not used Reddit ads yet. I'll just go ahead and say that. I don't have any experience with Reddit ads, but I do plan to try them out. And I'm working on setting that up to test them out. I do know that you have to be tasteful about it, and I do know that the Reddit community is not happy about the fact that Reddit is now displaying advertising. And you can, on these promoted posts, you can, I'm just going to pause this. This is for some game. I don't know why I keep seeing this because I'm not a gamer. But it's being promoted, right? And you'll notice there's never any comments on these posts, on these promoted posts, and generally I think that's probably because it's probably mostly negative because the Redditors don't seem to like the ads. But it still makes me wonder how many people actually click on them and that don't mind the ads. I'm thinking there's probably more people that don't mind the ads than there are people that, preach their hate about them on Reddit. Okay, I honestly do. I think there's probably people that click on these all day long. And so that's the next thing I want to test. But let's go ahead and dive into some of these subreddits. All right, so the first one I want to get into is making money directly on Reddit. And that's using these job place and job listing marketplaces. Here's one called Slave Labor. And slave labor, if you can think of Fiverr, it's very much like that. Get any task done for super cheap, and they like to go even cheaper than Fiverr. So you can work this two ways. All right, there are people that post that say, "I need a task done, somebody to do something for me, to do product test for $5, Hey, that's something that you can do if you want to do that type of work. Anybody can go in here and start doing some of these tests. If if you're skilled in some of these things don't require much skills. You see all kinds of topics. Also, there are offers where you can provide your own service. Let's say you're good at something. People offer give my personal opinion on anything for $2, right? I will touch up or restore photos for $5. You can charge whatever you want, but they encourage the cheaper payments. But I've seen stuff even more expensive. Programming in C, task in C, $20. I don't know if that's worth that to a programmer. Probably not, but it just depends on how hungry you are and how much you want to make some money. And also how you could arbitrage this. Okay, you could sell your service for Fiverr for hire and have it fulfilled by somebody on here. Look, will Photoshop pretty much anything for $1. I mean, and then you can go to Fiverr and sell those designs for a lot more. That's just one way you could arbitrage this, or you could literally start out. There's a ton of people in here. Let's see. And a ton of action. There's 65,000, almost 66,000 subscribers of this. And I can tell you, being a subscriber of it myself, this thing, they're constantly posting all day long. Tasks needed and offers to be done. And so this is a great subreddit you can start to make money with. Right? Anybody can start to make money with it. You could dive deep, post an offer or post what you can do, or arbitrage it, or whatever you want to do, okay? And so this tip alone, this place right here alone, this is gold to the right people, right? Okay, and there are more marketplaces that we can talk about too. There's one called For Hire, which is all kinds of jobs. So you'll find all kinds of offers in here and things that you can post up. For hire, all kinds of things again. And this is more higher end, more skilled professionals type stuff, not just the cheapo depot. But you can get into, if you're a more skilled person, you can get hired for your skills here. Okay. Very easy to get into and start doing today. Jobit is another online job board. I'm just going to close some of these previous. Why is it not loading? There it is. Okay, again, all kinds of 12,000 subscribers, all kinds of people hiring and for hire, all kinds of stuff. We got logo design, branding, we've got growth marketer, we got freelance marketer, full stack developer, all kinds of stuff, skilled professionals can get into. Also, jobs for writers, people that are, if you like to write, here are jobs for you. And you can post up, again, you can post up yourself as being available. Hiring blog writers about movies, news, and sports. Can you write blogs about movies, news, and sports? There you go. So hire me. Here's somebody that's saying, hire me. I'm passionate, outstanding, confidential writer. And they're giving their whole bio here. And so how many people are they getting in front of? They're getting in front of 10,000 people for free, right? Getting in front of 10,000 people for free with your service or your offer. Or maybe you need to hire an author, okay? Maybe you need to hire somebody to do something for you. Maybe you want a book written. Maybe you need a book written. I definitely shouldn't be posting in here, right, to hire me. But I might want to hire another writer to write a book for me. Ghost write a book, and then boom, sell that book on Amazon or Kindle. As a Kindle book. You can hire these writers in here that will write. Look at here, creative writers to author chat fiction stories for English language learners, 40 cents per word. There's all kinds of prices too. People that are willing to write for real cheap. Not that necessarily you should always look for the cheap writer. I'm just saying, you can probably find some deals in here too. So all of these places are twofold. You get the advantage of not only being able to post yourself in these places, but also being able to hire people from these places. And it's a twofold thing. And these are communities of people, okay? And they have reputations. You can look at their reputation. If they don't have a good reputation, if they can't prove themselves, if they don't have, like a writer would have probably a portfolio of stuff, as well as, let's see, design jobs. If you're a designer or you want to hire a designer, here you go. Design jobs. And another 15,000 people that if you're a designer, you can get in front of. If you're a designer, you can get in front of all those groups we just listed. And this one as well, specifically for designing. Or, if you need to hire a designer. So again, multifunctional here. This one is for people that need logos done. Okay, logo requests. Check this out. Minimalist music channel logo, passive 925 financial blog. Need a logo made. Logo for hometown honey business. Logo a light year band. Okay, hiring logo needed for some bakery and catering. All these logo jobs that need to be done. And if you're a designer, you can do them yourself, or you can go and arbitrage this work. Go, sell the work to somebody else at a cheaper price, a designer, and let them do it, and you just fulfill the order and take a little bit of profit. I'm not saying price gouge, just maybe a little bit fulfilling the order and basically serving as a concierge, customer support, if you will. But however you want to do it, I really encourage you being able to utilize these yourself, especially, and there are more than what I have on here. What I've kind of focused on is the online stuff, but there are more out there, okay? There's over 400 and something thousand different subreddits out there. So there's no way I can possibly cover all the different ones out there that are available like this. What I've found are a lot of and I've been subscribed to a lot of these for a long time. And it's just really cool to see how much people use these and the opportunity available on Reddit for this type of stuff. And there's some more opportunities on Reddit we're gonna talk about in a minute too. I'm just going over a few right now. Remote jobber. All right. This is for finding remote jobs, and we're talking about more serious jobs. Look at some of this stuff. Ontology knowledge engineer, senior Java backend engineer, data analytics engineer, front-end developer, remote dev ops systems admin. If you're a developer or you know a developer, this subreddit is probably absolute gold. Look at all these remote jobs: customer support coordinator, customer support representative, remote, or I can't even pronounce Waterloo headquarters. Look at all these different jobs available. Now, I'm not advocating go and get yourself into a job. All right, I'm definitely not that guy. But if you need to make some money real quick, and you need to make some money, a lot of these are like temporary. Might be temporary too. I don't know, but the ones we listed before, just doing gigs. These are getting more serious as we go. They're kind of getting a little more serious. This just shows you the more opportunity that's on Reddit. Okay, look at this. Freelance for hire. If you're a freelancer in any kind of like doing design work, you're doing writing, logos, again, all kinds of different options here. And you can hire people there as well. Another jobs listing board. And by the way, I'm giving you this document. You should already know that. I'm giving you this document with all the lists in here. We got job postings again. Just from there's not very many subscribers in this one. I don't know how that. I thought I cut that one off the list. Jobs for Bitcoins. I thought this was really neat. All right. 20,000 subscribers to this one. Finding jobs for Bitcoin. Getting paid in Bitcoin. Or paying somebody in Bitcoin to do stuff for you. And again, I'm not saying go out and get yourself a job, but if you need some money, these are options. If you need some money right away, these are options. Get paid in cryptocurrency. Here's another one. I'll just scroll through it real quick. Jobs for crypto. This one has 2,000 members, and again, hundreds of crypto users. Microtasks. Just reading some of these here. And again, they're just posting different jobs, right? And you can either do them or hire people. All right, here's an interesting one I thought some people might like. It could maybe get gray hat. I don't know. This is signups for pay. I almost didn't post this in here, but there could be some legitimate stuff. Just be careful of what you're doing here. And depending on your moral standards, you can make some money in here as well. Basically, is a place to sign up for something in return for money. People pay you to sign up for stuff, or you could pay other people to sign up for stuff. I don't know. You might could do that. So that's all we're going to spend the time on that one. Here's some more interesting subreddits. This is an awesome subreddit for learning and seeing case studies. Is Entrepreneur Ride Along, and basically it's just case study after case study of these people and their business, these entrepreneurs and their businesses, and how they built their business, how it's going in their business. Day 532. There's all kinds of 30K a month selling hair ties for guys, right? That's crazy. I want to start a cleaning business, starting a clothing line. A lot of these people, as they grow their business, they continue to post in here how they're doing with it. But there's also a lot of case studies that you'll come across. 12K a month helping men of modest height. and people ask questions as well. How we got 0 to 2073 in 1 month. Here's our story. First time entrepreneur, advice needed. So if you need some advice, you can go in here as well. I quit my 130K job in 10 months to get my funding started. And you get to watch their journey. It's really cool to see this stuff and watch the case studies. But just about daily, there's a new case study like you've been seeing before. Success story of a guy who created checkers for Android. You know, all these kinds of case studies. So really, really highly recommend that one. Also, Just Start, full ongoing case studies, people growing their business. This is really, it's absolute gold. People that are currently building their stuff. Results, Jumpstart a million affiliate marketing survey. All right, need advice. Month 1 and 2 health niche case study. Copywriting question. Let's see. Month 1, month 2, month 3. This case study. Oh, look, 11, all the way to 11 months of case study. Here's another case study. Month 1, 13 through 17. Just all kinds of case studies. And basically, it's people just posting the progress of their businesses. So it's amazing to see some of this content that you normally see in courses and things like that. All right, beer money. r/beer money is a really neat little section that people post online money making opportunities. Okay, and it's some of this stuff might be a waste of your time to do. But some of it's not. You could find a few things in here can make some money. Again, it depends on how desperate and how hungry you are. If you're hungry to make some money, you're willing to do a lot of different things, right? And I'm just trying to give you as many resources as I can from Reddit that I've found over time and that can potentially help you. This may not be the particular subreddit for you, Beer Money, but it might be the right one for the right person watching this video. All right, one of the other subreddits might have been the perfect one for you. Maybe you're a designer and now you're in heaven because you found all these new places you can find work, right? So, really awesome stuff. Also, here's a really great community. It's called Flipping, and it's all about. There's 107,000 subscribers. 107,000 subscribers. And this is all about the flipping things from a low price for a higher one, right? This is all about like going to a garage sale, finding something cheap, selling it on Facebook Marketplace, or finding something on Facebook Marketplace and going to eBay and reselling the item, right? Or going to eBay and finding something cheap and reselling it on Facebook Marketplace. This is all about the buying and selling and arbitraging of low price to high price items, flipping stuff. And it's really absolute gold because you can make money. Flipping is like one of the fastest ways to make money. That there is. It's one of the fastest way to make money. Gary Vee actually did a long special. He's been doing a lot of about it. If you know Gary Vaynerchuk, if you subscribe to some of his stuff, he's a social media influencer. Anyway, he's been talking a lot about and he's been going to yard sales after yard sale after yard sale, finding all kinds of stuff for a really good deal and then selling it for a nice markup for regular price. People don't know what they have, is what it boils down to. At the end of the day, people don't know what they have, and they're really, when you own something, you have something, and you're ready to just get rid of it, it doesn't have any more value to you. So people sell stuff. They sell their stuff, their own stuff, really cheap. But people are willing to spend more for things that they really want, right? They're willing to spend more for things that they really want. And especially if they can get them at a discount too. All right. And so if you can get a used item that somebody's done with, they don't want it anymore, and then flip it to somebody who does want it. They're like, man, I'd really use that, but I don't want to go to the store and buy a brand new one. I'll just look on Facebook Marketplace. Bam, hey, this guy's got one. You could flip this stuff all day long. And so this is a really great subreddit. and community. They don't do actual flipping in here. Let me point that out. This is not a community for flipping. It is a community of flippers that come together and share their knowledge and expertise and advice with each other about how they are successfully flipping stuff. All right, so make that clarification there. Don't go in here start posting stuff to sell. That's not the what it's for. There's also a really cool subreddit called Let's Be Partners. And I thought it was interesting to add in here. And their motto is, do you have an idea for a business? You know, maybe this is a place where you can find somebody to do it with you. And I will preface this by saying you have to be very careful about who you pick as your business partner. Maybe Reddit isn't the best place, but I wanted to offer this here because sometimes it can be a daunting thing to try to find a business partner. And you know, the more resources you have, a place like this, and even where you can just ask questions of where's the best place to find a business partner. You know, it doesn't have to be that you're going in here to necessarily find a business partner. You could just be asking a question about it. A lot of these people want to. What was that? How to be a millionaire? Okay. A lot of these people are looking for a business partner. Maybe you don't have a business idea. You want to help somebody build their business that already has a good idea. Boom, here's a ton of people that need a partner. Also, if you're an investor, and I'm just going to say this without experience on this, but this potentially, just looking through these, potentially are investment opportunities too. Let's say you see a business here that really needs some help. You know, as an investor, it could be worthwhile to look in here. You might find a golden nugget business that you can help some entrepreneur. So, you know, that's two sides of the fold. Again, all of these subreddits have two sides to the equation, right? Depending on which side you're coming from. That's what I love about Reddit. And I love that they are communities. They're focused communities around these certain topics. Now, here's a very unique subreddit. It's the only one that I have been able to find like it, but it's also the biggest. It's huge, very active. But I haven't been able to find any more of these. And I've been, I watch this daily. I've never actually used this subreddit called Borrow, but I've always watched it just because it interests me. And this is where people can actually go and borrow money. And it's peer-to-peer lending is what you would call it. And they go in here and they'll make a request for $800 for $200 interest, right? You're going to pay a little more for interest if you're borrowing money, but you can either A, make a request to borrow money, or B, lend money to other people and get an investment back. Now, I don't know the legalities of all that. I don't know. I just know that this has been a very active subreddit for a long time, and I've watched it. I haven't used it myself. I have not borrowed any money on here, and I have not loaned any money on here. So I want to go ahead and put that out there. But I've subscribed to it for a long time just because I was curious to see. And I tell you what, these posts of paid requests, and a lot of these people, go paid, and it's just interesting to see all the different things that people are posting in here. I don't know why I necessarily subscribed to it. I didn't really plan to borrow any money. I just thought it was a very interesting community. For the right person, this might be a right place for you. I don't know what that could be for you, but it might be an interesting subreddit for you to explore. I do know that it's not like you can just go in here and say, hey, I need $2,000, bam, somebody's just going to give it to you right off the bat. There are rules to follow, and there are certain criteria that you need to meet. I don't think it's based on credit checks or anything like that. This is the place to go if you can't get credit, and if it's like a quick short-term loan and you're going to pay them back, right? And it's all based on this honesty system they have built up using the Reddit bots. and their structure that they have, the rules and regulations, the structure that they have, that keeps a public track record of the whole thing and transaction. And some of these people get where they have a good reputation of borrowing money on here, and you'll see them borrowing a lot of money, but they pay it all back, and it's just interesting to see. And you also see a lot of people lending money to several people, and they continue to lend money because they're getting paid back. But you also see where like this was paid, paid early. You also see the ones that go unpaid too. So, it could be risky. It's totally up to you. I'm just sharing a resource is all I'm doing. I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't use this. I'm just saying, hey, it's here. Also, I wanted to go into just a few more, and we're going to wrap this up, all right? Because I know you're probably excited by now to get into this. So I found I've gone through and listed all the different subreddits I'm subscribed to to do with entrepreneurship, and I listed them all out. Entrepreneur is, just as it sounds. I'm probably not going to go through all of these one by one, but there's 469,000 subscribers in here. It's a very active group, right? There's over 1,000 people online right now in this very subreddit, just in this community alone, and you can get there's just an overwhelming amount of information and knowledge being shared in groups like this. And I'm just going to share a couple more. Grow My Business is another really cool, good-sized subreddit, 17,000 people. Again, just on the topic of growing your business, getting advice and giving advice, helping others by sharing what has worked in your business, that kind of thing. And so many more. Let's just list out a few others. Work Online. These are our a place to talk about making money, making an income online. Yeah, I was trying to make sure it wasn't one of those job posting boards. I get it confused with some of the others. This is another community just about working online, making money online, different on the topic of. These are general discussion communities on these topics. Marketing, content marketing. You got leadership, lady businesses. Lady business for people, for women, obviously who are that have a business and are into the sharing with other women specifically about their womanhood. As a man, I can't comment on that. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. If you're a woman and you want to talk about some lady business, there you go. So, web marketing. We got copywriting, if you want to sharpen your copywriting skills. Advertising, general advertising. That's another big one. You can learn a lot. This one you see a lot more higher level thinking advertising. That one's got almost 60,000 subscribers. And lastly, email marketing, which is a good one, and sales. So these are all just amazing resources. Okay, Reddit is really great. It's come a long way. I encourage you, so you can even change to the different formattings. I encourage you, if you haven't used Reddit, maybe you used to use Reddit or you've never used it before, I encourage you to really dive in and discover it some more. I think you'll really like it. For a number of reasons. Number one, Facebook gets old. You get tired of seeing the same old posts about your things from your friends. A lot of the other social networks are just not all that interesting. Reddit is really cool. It's content based. It's on your topics that you enjoy. You're feeding your brain about the stuff that you really care about and are passionate about, and you get to talk to other people about it. All right, and it's really cool when you make a post and people are upvoting and commenting, and You know, it's really cool. And they also have Reddit Gold, which you can give people gold. Of course, you have to buy it, but it's a symbol of, wow, this is a really awesome freaking post or comment, and just something to dive into. I'm not going to go through all the specifics of Reddit. I do have a subreddit myself, okay, and it is r/infopreneur. All right, and I just created it not too long ago, and I've got 2 subscribers, which is me and somebody else. And there's 5 people currently looking at my stuff. And I'm going to be posting a lot of cool content in here. I've already got some really good content. This video right here, really great place to start online if you want to learn about how I've made 6 figures online for the past several years. It's a good video. And it also talks about how to really take things to the next level. It's a really cool sales page template I got in there. And I'm just going to be building this up. So if you want to join me, it's r/infopreneur. And yeah, I'd love to have you in there. Another cool thing about Reddit is they now have live chat. Okay, live chat rooms for all subreddits have a live chat room now. Okay, so yeah, all of these. Well, unless the moderator turns them off. But I'm going to show you, if you click on this, boom, you're now in a live chat room. All right, and you can join, like there's over almost 6,000 people in this entrepreneur room right now. And you can live chat with all these people. So that's a really big feature that Reddit recently added for the subreddits. And it's just interesting. I personally haven't used it a lot. And I don't know why. I figure for me, the posts is almost like a live chat. Not a live chat, but it's almost like a, you know, it is a discussion board already. I don't know that a live chat is necessary. But it's there, and it's pretty cool. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you got some value out of it. And if you have any more ideas and want to share some more knowledge with me about Reddit, maybe you know something. They did start Reddit ads, and that's something else you could check out. But if you want to share some more stuff with me, there's my username, Jeremy Says Hi. You can go in here and message me on Reddit directly, and I'll be happy to talk to you. Or you can come in here if you have questions. You can come in the Infopreneur group. Just make sure it's, if you have questions related to this product, ask them to me directly. You know, this is not a support group or anything like this. This is a subreddit I'm trying to start around the world of online information products and selling information and digital information products online. And that's the purpose of Infopreneur. So anyway, I appreciate you watching this video again. And yeah, they do have a new advertising section. By the way, I have not tried ads, so I'm not going to cover any training on it because I don't want to steer you in the wrong way. I don't want to tell you something I don't know nothing about, right? But they do have ads now, and so it's going to be interesting to test out. If I test them out, I'm definitely going to send you an email and let you know how they went. So thank you so much, and we will see you again soon.